Here's a crash course on what you need to be doing to figure out how to crush in your music business and immediately start winning way faster than everyone else, way faster than me. I wish I did this when I first started. I kind of fumbled in the dark and I was like, what am I doing? Where do I make money? How do I make money? Who do I need to talk to? Blah, blah, blah. So hopefully this video clarifies it as fast as I can for you. So if you're new here, my name's Luan. I'm a professional musician, graduated Berkeley, got a free music school where you can learn everything that I know about music in practical lessons. It's all free. Click the link in the description and have fun. Now, let's just jump right into it. So when it comes to making your music business and building, because you're a service-based business, you are either going to entertain or you're going to educate, things like that. You're going to perform, whatever. You need to figure out what your dream scenario is. So your dream scenario is the one thing that's going to keep you, like this North Star, that's going to keep you grounded. It's going to, like, you're going to feel burnt out. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be stressed. But as long as you can figure out what it is that you want to accomplish and like where you want to get to with your music career, and what you want to get out of all the time you're putting into music, it makes it so much easier. It makes it so much easier, because for the longest time, I did not know what I needed. I did not know what I wanted to accomplish with. I thought I just like, I need to make money. I was desperate. I was like, I have to make this work. I have to figure this out. And now I'm moving into a space that's even more competitive, even more challenging, requires more effort, more stress, is not guaranteed. And I have never been more chill about it to handle this risk. And that's because my dream scenario is right there. I know what it is. For me, I want to build a 9-to-5 business where I can live stream, perform online, and then, you know, write music whenever I want to, and have my own studio, hang out with my kids in the afternoons, and then have the weekends free. Like, that's my dream scenario. And so everything I do currently serves that. Anything that doesn't serve that, I ignore. And it makes it really easy to cut out what you think is like what is signal and what's noise. You're like 90% of everything that bothers you will just disappear. And you'll just be like, oh, sweet, I just got to do that, do that, do that. And anytime you feel helpless, you will always have that dream scenario that you're working to. It's like, is this getting me closer to it? And if it's yes, then you do that. And if it's not, then you're like, oh, sweet, I don't have to do that. I was doing that for no reason. That doesn't serve the goal that I truly have. So pick a dream scenario that you want to accomplish in your music. Can be as crazy as like, I want to write a hit song, because that's what I said. I was like, I need to write a hit song. I have multiple tiers of my dream scenario. So the dream scenario is write a hit song. So I'm building a business that allows me to have all the time in the world to write music, and I take care of my family, and I can buy cool toys for my studio so I can write the best and produce the best music. And I can hire people that are super experienced to teach me how to do super cool things. That's what I'm doing. And so everything I do just works towards that one dream goal. And so figure out what yours is, and you can start and always change. So like, doesn't have to be like, at the beginning, I was like, I wish I would be able to play 1 gig a month. That was my dream. Like, I was like, it'd be so cool if I could play 1 gig a month. And then like within like 2 years, I'm doing like 4 to 6 in a weekend. And just like, that was a really big jump. So like you will have to change. And then as the goal gets hit, you move forward. So you can start with little goals. You can have a big goal. Just figure out what works for you and helps you work hard. Now, the second thing I want you to do is I want you to learn your market. So if you're in Nashville or you're in LA or you're in things like that, they are obviously saturated markets. There's going to be lots of musicians. Everyone's trying to make it. Everyone's trying to do it. And it's really hard to make money. So learn your market and learn what the limits are within your market. There are benefits because there's lots of great musicians around, but you need to figure out what's going to work for you in the short term and the long term. And so maybe the short term might be like, hey, move back to your hometown because there's not heaps of competition and you can work really hard for a year or two, save a lot of money, go back to Nashville, crush it. Or you know, you could just be like, hey, I'm just going to build a really successful career here. There's not a lot of competition. And that means I can get more weddings. I can get more corporate functions. I can have a lot of control over my space, blah, blah, better control over my time. And life is good, whatever you want to do. I live in a regional town in Australia. And because I work so hard, I have very little competition in my space. And like, we're just continuing to grow and get better and better and better and better. And you just keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself. And so The benefit of that was I was able to get a really successful earning capacity very quickly. But long term, I don't know. Is this the best place to be if I decided to get into like writing hit songs and decided to become an artist or something like that? Maybe I need to move to a more populated area to get more engagement and have better flexibility to tour or things like that. Not like I'm going to tour, but I'm just giving you that example. Like you need to figure out what your market is, where are the limitations that you can see, and then start experimenting with it. The third thing that I want you to do is find mentors. So this doesn't mean like Google guitar teacher, blah, blah, blah. This means go look for people that are doing what you want to do. When you are wanting to find someone to mentor you or do things like that, you need to find someone who has done what you want. Don't go being like, oh, I need to like pay for this course, but like really find out who you, like you don't really need to go and buy like some influencer's course or anything like that. Just you could go to a bar, and if the goal is, hey, I want to play at this bar, well, then that person who's currently playing at that bar is a mentor. Go talk to them. Tell them how awesome they are. And then ask them questions. Ask them questions about the gear that they have. Why did they choose their mixer? Why did they choose their guitar? What are they doing? What microphone are they using? What playlist do they use in the background? Ask them all the questions. It is going to save you so much time if you just get all the answers from someone who is already winning. And then you just take all that information and then you just cut out all the learning that you just had to do. So basically, mentors are going to accelerate everything. Now, at the beginning, I didn't understand that properly. I did not understand that meeting people, engaging with people, I kind of like passively would do it. But man, I would have learned so much faster if I didn't do it. And then one of my friends, like, I mean, not so much mentoring, but like through example of watching how he crushed it, I was like, holy crap, that's what I need to do. So then I did it, and then I crushed it, and then it worked, and it was great. So like, think about that. Find mentors that are doing, and I have a mentor course. So if you like what I do, join my mentor community because it crushes. Like the students absolutely love it. And yeah, just message me and we will organize like a one-on-one and we'll talk about it, see if you're a good fit. Anyway, my plug is finished. I nearly forgot about the plug. So fourth thing that we need to do is figure out what do you need versus what you want, which is a really important thing because what you need can be very different to what you're wanting to do right now. So what you need to do is the things that are moving you towards your dream scenario, helping you accomplish your goals. What you need to do is maybe don't spend the money on that thing that's not that useful. Maybe don't spend the time watching that TV show when you could be learning a song because you are missing the song. What you need to do is take care of those things first. Reduce your expenses, reduce everything so that you can get into a position where you are strong and then create leverage in your market, and then you can do cooler things. And then the longer you focus on only the needs, not the wants can be bigger. So the longer you hold off on taking from your business, the sooner you're going to get the big things that you might want, like a house deposit, like a full-blown recording studio, like, sessions with a professional writer to write your demos, whatever, like a $5,000 guitar. I don't know. Whatever it could be that what you want, you will get there way sooner by focusing on what you need and then delaying that gratification and then getting it at the end. And maybe you might have to wait you can figure out what your time for waiting is. Some people, it's like they can't even wait 6 months to suffer. But if you can wait like 2, 3 years, 4 years, you can build something super awesome and you will be very, very happy with your life. I'm very happy with my life, and the fact that I'm able to do this now, all this content stuff, and still be able to hang out with my family and do all those things has been an incredible transition. So yeah, that's what I recommend. So those are the 4 things. Figure out your dream scenario, learn your market, find mentors that are going to help you crush so that you don't have to waste time learning mistakes. You are buying your time. Always remember that. You're buying time. Buy the time. Do not waste your time. Buy the time. You don't need to make those mistakes. And then figure out what you need versus what you want, because you don't want to be, losing just because you're taking too early when you could just wait a little bit longer and then you could take way more. So You will figure out what that cadence is for you. Anyway, hopefully this video helps you, but this is how I would have jumped into starting my business, and the things that I should have thought about when I first started. No one told me. Everyone's just like, just figure it out. And I'm like, that doesn't really help me, but these are 4 steps that you can straight away take, and they're going to help you immediately make your business more successful. All right, good luck. Catch you guys in the next video.